All right, you guys, what's up? Day 2 recap. Day 2 Minnesota High School State Tournament. Oh my gosh, what a day. What a day. First, to start off, Edina, Lakeville North, 11 a.m. sharp. Man, first thing in the morning. And you have one of the powerhouses, Edina. They're always good, always tough, always, you know, right in the thick of it when it comes to the cream of the crop, Minnesota high school hockey. And they made easy work of Lakeville North. I mean, that game wasn't even close. I didn't see much pushback at all on Lakeville North's part. It could have just been that they just simply didn't have it in the tank, you know. They just simply didn't have it. So what can you do, right? But I didn't see enough. I didn't see enough grit. I didn't see enough. They just didn't. I need to see more pushback from them. You know, if you don't have the talent to keep up with Edina, at least put out the effort. And I feel like they put out, 60-70% effort. But I truly believe after they went down a couple goals, it just took the wind out of their sails, and they gave up, and you could see it in their effort. And the way Edina scores too can be quite demoralizing. You go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and it happens like that. In the flash of a light. Edina's buried 3 or 4 goals, and I can see why it would take the wind out of your sails. So they just they buried Lakeville North. In the second game, Duluth East, St. Michael, Albertville. The score was 5-0 Duluth East after the game, but that score doesn't necessarily reflect how the game went. St. Michael, Albertville, very good team. I was very impressed. They're very skilled. They play very physical, and they had their chances. They had a lot of chances, you guys. A lot of chances that just went, to waste, basically. They tried, but they missed the net. Too many shots went over the net, to the side of the net, off the post. Just missed opportunities. Missed opportunities killed them in that game, and Duluth East ultimately cashed in on every opportunity they had, and that's what championship caliber teams do. When an opportunity arises, they take advantage of it, they cash in on it, and that's what Duluth East did. They didn't miss any opportunities, and St. Michael, Albertville missed pretty much all their opportunities. So anyways, the game ended 5-0, but make no mistake, St. Michael, Albertville, they'll be back. They're a legit team, and they didn't get to the tournament by accident. So then the evening games, I wasn't able to watch Minnetonka, Hail Murray, but it sounds like Minnetonka came out, just like a ball of fire, just out of the gates, right out of the gates, just lit up Hail Murray, buried them 4-0. And then from there, Hail Murray was kind of able to get their footing and get a little traction. But I think the game ended 6-2. I figured Minnetonka would make easy work of Hail Murray, and that's kind of how it sounds like it went down. But no disrespect to Hail Murray. I mean, they didn't get to the state tournament on accident either. They earned it by beating a very tough White Bear Lake team in the section finals, and they were able to get 2 goals against Minnetonka, which is impressive in its own right. Despite losing 6-2, Hail Murray did what they could. They fought hard, but ultimately came out on the losing end. And then the last game of the night. Now this one, you guys, was a juicy game. I came home, and it was 2-1 St. Thomas Academy, and there was about 10 or 12 minutes left in the third period. St. Thomas Academy was up 2-1. I predicted St. Thomas Academy to win that game, and in the 12 minutes I watched from the time I got home, Centennial scored twice. They simply, I don't know how the game went before that point, but the time I got there, when I started watching, they simply wanted it more. They were fighting tooth and nail to tie up the game, and they did. And when they tied it up, they just dug deeper, and they ultimately pulled ahead and pulled it off, 3-2. Some people might call it an upset. I mean, I kind of called it an upset too. I thought St. Thomas Academy would be too much for them to handle, but and I'm still trying to digest that crow ID last night, by referring to Centennial as what was it, the little engine that could. Well, they got the last laugh there, because the little engine that could did last night, and Yeah, man, I had to cram crow down my throat last night. You know, I was eating humble pie all night, you guys. Didn't get any sleep. Yeah, so hats off to Centennial, man. They did what they had to do, and they deserve to be where they're at. You know, they surprised me. I did mention before, you guys, that they have all the talent. They have all the ingredients there. It's just, can they put it together at the right time, you know, to make all these championship dreams come to fruition. And, I mean, I'll tell you what, man, they rose up, and they took out St. Thomas Academy, so hats off to them. Much respect. And yeah, that's day 2 in a nutshell, you guys. So keep following the state tournament. I'll keep giving you guys updates.